In today's video, we're going to continue our coverage on Deadpool and Wolverine. So since the second trailer came out recently, a few days ago, there's been some wild rumors and some wild theories about what is actually going on in this movie. And it's a very simple movie. Deadpool 1, very simple. Deadpool 2, very simple. Even though this movie is predominantly part of the multiversal saga and it's going to push the story narrative forward, go into Kang's Dynasty, then Secret Wars, it's still a basic story that happens across the multiverse. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here if you're new around, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to cover personally on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know what is going on with that portal scene in the second trailer, because a lot of people were making out that trailer scene with the sling ring portal opening up. People seem to think that means a lot more than what it does. We're going to talk about that, so I'd love to know where are they going and who opened it. Also, become a channel member for less than 99p, less than $1. It helps the channel keep the lights on. Also, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Also, check us out on Instagram and Warstu to see that beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. So, as soon as the second trailer came out and I watched it, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Hyperbole, hyperbolic, any over-the-top word you can think of was going to happen. So, of course, My Time to Shine has come out and said something without saying something. And the only reason people are giving it some validity is because Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, has kind of backed him up, although either of them haven't actually said anything. So, this is the most pointless tweet ever. But it's interesting because I basically know what's going to happen in the post-credit scene. Don't worry, we're not going to ruin anything. So My Time to Shine Hello said this. Post-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine is too good, mind-blowing. But he also said, I'm not going to ruin it. Can't believe they're able to pull this off without anyone knowing. Rob Liefeld backs his claim up. She ain't lying. I find this fascinating because what's going on here is the scene, the ending scene, the post-credit scene, if you like, it ain't actually mind-blowing at all. This is hyperbolic marketing. So the tweet reads like this. Oh my God, this is too good. I'm not going to ruin this. But the post-credit scene in Deadpool and Wolverine is so mind-blowing. I can't believe they're able to pull this off without anyone knowing. A lot of people actually know what this tweet's on about, but just because Rob Liefeld says he ain't lying to you, a lot of people have taken this as Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, agreeing and confirming that My Time to Shine knows what they're on about. To be honest, lads, mild spoiler, if you watch the trailer, you can literally see what they're talking about. It's not that hard to work out, but at the same time, it is very over the top and they are really selling it. Now, unless when they do the reshoots in May, unless they're going to change a lot of the story, now, if the hyperbolic test reactions, information that's got out saying it's a great movie are correct, then it ain't gonna blow your mind. Now, if somehow they change the post-credit scene, I still don't think it's going to be over the top. But the problem now is you've got people expecting Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. People are expecting that pizza scene to be the post-credit scene. Now, maybe it could. I could be wrong. But as of now, I know exactly how this movie ends. And I hate to tell you it's not mind-blowing, but I guess somewhat it is in a way, because you wouldn't think a movie like this would end like this. So a lot of people seem to think the portal scene that we see when you see Casanova, and yeah, people are like, her name's not Casanova. I know it's not Casanova, but I give her a nickname. Cassandra Nova, the evil variant of Charles X. Well, no, it's Charles X's sister, but obviously we don't know what variation they're going to do. It might just be a variant of Charles X in the void. So a lot of people you can see in the sequence, you can see Casanova herself stood there next to Deadpool and Wolverine, who are flying in the air into what looks like a portal. And obviously it's clever marketing, it's clever editing, because they want you to talk about that scene. But we don't even know how the sling ring works in the void, do we? Because it's not like they're in the MCU, they're in the void when it's happened. So most likely what's going to happen is at some point they're going to travel from place to place. Now, we know that Casanova herself is a very strong mutant. Think of Charles X, mind manipulation, mind control times 10. So most likely it just will be her controlling the sling ring. Because, you know, we found out in Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange died, you know, has died. So I'm sure a bunch of sling rings found their way to the void. If not, there are multiple Sorcerer Supremes. Okay, obviously Wong's the real one, technically, but there's Doctor Strange. And there are other sorcerers who... I mean, hell, Ned even used the sling ring in No Way Home. I know that's completely different, but I think a lot of people are being over hyperbolic, overselling this post-credit scene and this portal scene. But it's interesting that people are actually actively interested in Marvel again. But it's also worth saying that a lot of people are getting this Wolverine character mixed up. So this is not the Logan from the Logan movie that I believe was set in 2029. This is the worst version of Logan. This is a variant of Logan. This is why, in the trailer, it's very interesting, misleading, because when Wolverine says, "Trust me, kid, I'm no hero," if he is talking to X-23, allegedly, according to Can We Get Some Toast, X-23 will share her story with Logan and explain how her Logan sacrificed himself to become the hero. Now, that would make sense. But also, at the same time, allegedly, in a different dubbed version of said sequence, Wolverine was talking to some kid, and some people have insinuated on the Twitter sphere, I can't remember who said it, I just get sent a bunch of tweets, and I really want to do videos. And apparently, I think it's in a French dubbed version, apparently Wolverine is just talking to a kid. So we don't know, but I think it's interesting that a lot of people don't understand that this is not Logan from the Logan movie. It's a variant of Logan, which they made it really clear at the start of the trailer when Wolverine said, "This typical happens to Wolverines when they get past 40, implying that Wolverine is all over the place because we see in trailer 1, the teaser trailer, there was the patch version, so we could make an assumption that Deadpool, before he meets Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, is going to go to other Wolverines to try to find the right one. But he's looking for the Hugh Jackman version to help him. It's also worth saying that if you don't think Paradox is the overall villain, and if you don't think the TVA are evil, then did you actually watch Loki Season 1 and Loki Season 2? Now, yes, of course, Casanova herself has somehow tamed Goliath, and some people seem to think now she's the strongest multiversal threat ever. I don't think she is at all, to be honest, because if that was the case, did Doctor Strange know about her when he's seen these 2.8 thousand billion versions and they could only beat Thanos in one of them? I don't think there's going to be a villain that can outdo Thanos in a very long time. Talking of Thanos, a lot of people are talking chatter that King Thanos and Thanos are returning because Josh Brolin has said he would return. I mean, it's a multiverse storyline, but even if Thanos does return, it would have to be a multiversal version. But if they were going to do that, it's like they're backpedaling the same way they would be backpedaling if Robert Downey Jr. returned. I know he recently said, "Yo, I owe my career to Marvel, I would return," after saying since 2019 that he definitely wouldn't. But again, if Robert Downey Jr. did return, the boy Kevin Feige has made it clear it wouldn't be the version that sacrificed himself in the 2019 Avengers Endgame, because that would be pointless. It would be a variant of Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr. playing someone like Doctor Doom, so on and so forth. So the future of Marvel could be very promising. The issue they have is the issue they've always had, and the issue they had after Spider-Man No Way Home is, how do you make a movie bang $1 to $2 billion again? Now, a lot of people seem to think this movie is going to break all the numbers, and I hope it does, I really do, but Marvel needs to kind of build upon this story, and I find it interesting how initially everyone was saying, yeah, this Deadpool movie is about Wolverine and Deadpool going around to each of the universe and getting the hero and going to get Toby and going to all these places to set up Battleworld because the TVA is going to create a new universe and the heroes and villains are all going to fight each other. I mean, I think the Chosen One is correct. I think that part will come out in this movie. Sure. But what's happened to all the Battle World? It's funny how there's all these major rumors, major spoilers, and all of a sudden it goes cold turkey. You don't hear anything about it, you know? You remember how there was going to be, Wanda is going to fight Jean Grey in this movie. Magneto is going to be leading an X-Men team that killed the Avengers. And that storyline is completely gone. Now, yes, I do believe Magneto's helmet will be in this movie, but it is interesting how there's been so many plot leaks that have turned out to be disproved and debunked. I get it. People love theories and rumors and stuff, but it is interesting when a scooper comes out and literally makes it speaks like it's factually known. Now, this post-credit scene, I don't think that's the most impressive thing in the movie. I think if the Chris Evans Human Torch is real, I mean, it's come from some scoop. I mean, I've heard a lot of information about this Human Torch scene, and I would say this Human Torch scene that's in this movie is going to be the biggest. I get it. My Time to Shine likes to hype all the time, but unless they change this post-credit scene, what this post-credit scene is, it's literally make that what you want. I'm not a leak or anything like that. I'll talk about stuff when it's out there, and if the real post-credit scene or the ending gets leaked and then it's publicly on Twitter or Reddit, I'll talk about it then, but I'm not going to talk about what I've been told currently. It's fascinating though. All these hypotheses like it's Doctor Strange that summoned the portal and they're going to end up in Endgame. They're going to end up in Civil War. That literally makes no narrative story. It's a multiversal story, right? So why would they end up back in the MCU? What are they doing? You're going to get Deadpool and Wolverine warning. There are no, who they're going to warn? Are they going to go to the Avengers? There's no one to warn. I mean, Ant-Man is literally the only one that knows about Kang the Conqueror, but the Kang the Conqueror storyline has not been dead, but the end of Loki season 2, they've left it open with the TVA monitoring the Kang. So what would be the point of Deadpool and Wolverine going to the MCU? To tell who? Like, what, the new Captain America, what's he going to do? There is no point. So this movie's got to end somewhere in the multiverse, and that's just me spitballing here, because it doesn't make sense for Deadpool to enter the MCU. Why? Maybe he could enter the MCU when he's looking for the Wolverine he needs, maybe, but it doesn't make any sense for them to go to the MCU when we're building up to Secret Wars, which is going to happen in the multiverse. It's most likely not going to take place in the MCU universe. It's probably going to build up to some variants of Battleworld. So I hope I've explained some things that I've seen floating around that I think a lot of people are confused about. And yeah, spoke about the post-credit scene, spoke about, you know, what's going on and hypothesized about a bunch of stuff. Hopefully we can keep doing like Deadpool 3 videos because it's interesting and exciting to talk about Marvel once again. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram. We're to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter. Warstu G. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.